Hey everybody, we got a brand new pro wireless system called the NUX B8. And this is perfect for those professional onstage situations, no matter where you are. There is so much versatility under the hood, you're gonna have a hard time believing we fit everything in one box. Let's get to it. Firstly, we're going to start off by covering what's actually in the box when you first open up the B8. First and foremost, obviously, you get the B8, which is both the transmitter and the receiver. And the transmitter can be charged by either using the magnetic leads here on the top of the receiver in the dock, or there's also an included USB-C cable that will enable you to charge the receiver remotely if you want to. In addition to that, you also have the cable which plugs into the transmitter, and you also have a couple of different options for mounting here that are included, including a Velcro and a rubberized bottom. So depending on how you want to set it up, we have you covered. Now we're going to go ahead and get started. So what I'll do to begin is I'm going to pull the transmitter off of the receiver, and you can see the screen lights up and it says, please turn on the transmitter. Before I do that though, I'm going to take that other cable. I'm going to plug it into the transmitter so it screws right in. There you go. And that will go to your belt, or it will go to your guitar strap, and then you'll plug the lead into your guitar. Now, from here, what I'm going to do is go ahead and turn on by long pressing the power button. And in just a couple of seconds, there it is. It's turned on, and if I hit the lead there, you can see that we're getting a signal. Now, a couple things to note with the transmitter. First and foremost, you can mute and unmute the channel by simply short pressing on the power button. So you can see how the LED turns red, and if I start tapping on the lead, you don't see any signal going through. If I press it again, there you go. Another thing we have is we have cable tone. When we have cable tone turned on, what this does is it emulates the behaviors of plugging into your amplifier in an analog fashion with an actual cable. So it emulates that audible sound and characteristic. So you can turn that off and on and experiment with it and have a little fun. One of the standout features of the B8 are the routing possibilities of this product. It has more ins and outs than you can imagine. So it leads to several different creative possibilities. For example, you can go out to your amplifier right from here. You can plug in if you want to. You don't even have to use the transmitter, but if you do use the transmitter, no problem. You can go ahead to your amplifier from here, and you can go out to a mixing console with the DI output. You can also use the send and return here on the side, and you can plug in your favorite pedals into the mix. So literally, the B8 can go anywhere in your pedal board that it wants to. And we have several different diagrams in the manual that show you how to accomplish this. Now let's go ahead and dig into how to actually navigate through the B8. To do this, we're going to make use of the two buttons here and the select rotary encoder. I'm going to tap that encoder to get to the main settings window, and from here I can use the encoder to toggle from display to transmitter receiver to tuner to foot switch to output to boost. So let's go ahead and select display. From here we have the home display where we can actually change the appearance of the home display. I'm going to keep it on the original one for now, but we have a variation for you. If you want to go back, just use the return button and that'll tap out to the top. We also have the brightness where we can change the brightness of the LCD screen. We have a boot up picture, so you can actually create your own boot up picture when the product is plugged in, and you can also change the language. From here we also have the transmitter and receiver, and this is where you can adjust between the lowest latency and stability. And this is a great feature, and it's a very powerful one because it enables you to customize the compatibility of the B8 system to whatever environment you're in. Sometimes you can keep the latency as low as you want. Sometimes you may have to actually increase the latency just to increase your stability of the signal. As far as I know, we're one of the only products that actually has that feature in it, so it's a very unique one. So if I go to, like, say, the middle here and I press enter to confirm, you can see that it's now complete. So if I go back in there, you can see that the adjustment has been made. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that back to normal. Now we can go to tuner, and we have a tuning display where we have 3 different types of tuning display that we can use. We also have our bypass mode, so we can be in buffered bypass or buffered monitor. Now we can go to foot switch. And this is a really cool feature because with this foot switch, you can determine what will happen when you press the foot switch here, where you can have it switch between a short press for the boost, a long press for the tuner, or vice versa. I'll show you what I mean. So right now it's on a short press for the boost and a long press for the tuner. So if I tap out and go to the top here, and I just do a short press, it'll turn off and on the booster, as you can see. See, the boost's on, boost off. But if I press and hold for a long press, then it'll go into tuner mode. Now you can actually change that. You can go the other direction if you want to. So you can go short tap, long, and then it'll go the boost. Now personally, I like to keep it with a short tap on the boost, so I'm going to keep it there. Then we have our output, where you can change the output level of the B8. And then we have the boost mode, where you can actually change the boost in any way you'd like. And you can see that it reflects as soon as I make any presses on the major foot switch here, on the main foot switch. So you can do a 12 dB boost that's extremely clean. Now, one thing I definitely want to show you here is the tuner, just to do a quick overview of what you can do with the tuner, aside from changing the appearance. The other thing you can do here is you can turn it on, press long press, and now we're in the tuner mode. Use the rotary encoder to toggle between the tuner type and the tuning. So you can stick with the standard A440 tuning. You can also change the type of tuner. So it's a chromatic tuner, guitar standard, guitar compensated, and bass. So that way you can cover all of the major instruments. And once you're ready, just go ahead and go back out to the top menu. And just to bring the story to a close, when we want to end the gig's over, and we want to pack everything up to go home, very simple to do. Just go ahead and plop the transmitter right into the dock, and you're good to go. And you can see that the red light is turned on. That means it's recharging. Once it's fully charged, that LED will go blank, and you are ready to go for your next gig. For more information on the NUX B8, be sure to visit our website and follow us on social.